Would you believe this top was made with less than half a yard of fabric? It's simple, elegant, and you can sew yours too, even if you are a beginner. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'll be showing you how to sew this elegant cowl neck top with a turtleneck and straps at the back. I'll be using a drape fabric for this project, but you can totally use any lightweight fabric of your choice, like satin, chiffon, crepe, or even lightweight Ankara fabric. So let's get started. Like I said earlier, I'll be using an drape fabric for this project, and I have about less than half yard here with me. So let's begin by taking 3 key measurements. The first measurement is the neck depth, how low you want your cowl neck to be, and the second measurement is the length of your top, and lastly we have the neck circumference. This is what we're going to use for the collar later. So all of these are the main measurements we'll be using to cut our pieces correctly. Next, I cut a rectangle using those measurements. The longer part is the neck depth, and I added 1 inch for stitching allowance, while the shorter part is the top length. I also added 1 inch for stitching allowance. So after doing that, the next thing I'm going to do now is to hem all the 4 sides with 1 inch. I'll fold with ½ inch and further fold with ½ inch again. So this is what my rectangle looks like after hemming all the corners, and I also gave it a good press for a clean finish. So the next thing I'm going to be doing now is to set this aside, and then we're going to be working on the collar. For the collar, I also cut out a small piece of rectangle that measures in length my neck circumference plus 1 inch for stitching allowance. My neck circumference is 13, and I added 1 inch for stitching allowance on both sides, which makes it 14. And I have about 2 inches on fold for the width, and when I open it, I have 4 inches. So now I'm going to fold it together, right side facing each other, and then I'm going to be marking ½ inch on each side of this rectangle. That is where I'm going to be stitching on, okay? So go ahead and mark ½ inch on both sides, and after doing that, I'm going to be getting the midpoint from one ½ inch mark to the other ½ inch mark. I'm going to place my tape and get the midpoint of this small rectangle, and after getting the midpoint, you can make a notch or just chalk it, and from that midpoint, please go out on each side by 3.5 inches. Do you get? Mark 3.5 inches on both sides. You can just ignore the number you see me marking right now, but just mark 3.5 inches on your own for a better result. And from that 3.5, you're going to mark another 1 inch, okay, and make a mark there. Do the same on the other side, and then you're going to sew from the beginning to that 1 inch. You skip that 1 inch and close it up from that 3.5 to the other 3.5. Skip the other 1 inch and then finish it up. That is exactly what I'm going to do now. And then when I'm done, I will have 2 openings of 1 inch on each side of this collar. And then I'm going to turn it inside out and give it a good press. And I'll show you guys what it looks like. So I'm done pressing the collar. As you can see, this is what it looks like. You can see that 1 inch opening that I said we should leave. Okay, that is where we are going to be inserting our top later. Okay, so go ahead and do the same thing for yours. You should get this result if you follow my previous step. Okay, so I'll bring in my bigger rectangle now, and then I'm going to be inserting the longer part, the pointed edge of the longer part of this rectangle inside that 1 inch space on the band. I hope you understand. So I'm going to pick the edges of that longer part, the longest part of your rectangle. Just pick one point, insert the point inside that 1 inch space we left on the band. Do the same thing for the other side, and then I'm going to top stitch it, and just like that, the main body of the top is done. Don't mind me. So that is it. Our top is almost ready. What is next is just to add a fastener to the collar. You can use a bra hook or hook and eye, anything just to keep it together. Okay, so now the next thing I'm going to be doing is to cut another piece of a small rectangle which is what I'm going to be using as the straps. And this measures about 14 inches thereabout. You can make it as long as you want. There is no fixed measurement for this. And for the width, I made use of 2 inches because I want my strap to be about 1 inch by I use 1.5 inches because I want it to be about 1 inch by the time I'm done. And then I'm going to put them right side facing each other like this, and I will sew all the sides, leaving just one part open for me to be able to turn it out. After turning it out, I also went ahead and give it a good press. Then I will bring my top back to the table, and then I'm going to be attaching each of this strap to the other pointed edge that is left. I hope you understand what I'm saying. You see this other long part of the rectangle that is left, this part. So I'm going to be fixing each of this strap to it, but I'm going to tuck in that rough edge first. I'm going to tuck it in with about ½ inch just to make sure everything is clean and neat. Okay, so after doing that, then I'm going to be placing it on the wrong side of this big rectangle, and then I will top stitch on it. You can follow the stitch line you already have before to make everything nice and clean. And that is it. Our beautiful cowl neck top with a turtleneck and a tie back detail is ready. I love how this came out with just a small piece of adire fabric, and you can definitely recreate yours with any lightweight fabric you like. If you enjoyed this tutorial, do not forget to like, subscribe, turn on your post notification bell so that whenever I post a new video, you will be the first person to be notified. And also tag me when you recreate yours at ZABBY_luxe. Also, let me know in the comment section which colors you will be recreating this top in, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.